Okay, great. All right. Like I said, we're First Centennial Mortgage. I want to at least introduce to you, we're one of your partners in the mortgage business. We happen to have many of the professionals online with us. We have Ben Rosales, who a lot of you have talked to. Ben is our loan coordinator, marketing coordinator, and overall wonderful human being. We also have Tanya Reyes with us.
Hello.
Tanya has served in the military. She is our veteran, our VA specialist. And we're going to talk a little bit about one of the programs that is near and dear to her heart later on here called Serving Your Community Matters. So Tanya brings a lot of experience and a lot of heart to this business. So we appreciate everything that she does. So I'm going to start down here with number 6. I first have to ask the question, does anybody feel that interest rates are going to be increasing throughout 2022?
Without a doubt.
Okay, so I kind of think it's a consensus that all of you think they're going to rise in 2022. To give you an idea of what the Federal Reserve thinks, the Federal Reserve is forecasting to raise interest rates at least 6 more times. They already did it once, 6 more times for a grand total of 7. So we still have a lot more movement upward in interest rates throughout 2022. The Federal Reserve is trying to fight or curb inflation, and the only way that they can do that is to raise interest rates, slow down the turnover of money, which will then bring down inflation a little bit. So we've got, we still got rising interest rates. What is rising interest rates to do to us as realtors and as loan officers? It kicks some people to the curb because they can't qualify. They qualify when rates are at 3%, but they don't qualify when they're at 5 and 6%. So we're in a business where we are rate sensitive. How many of you realtors would find it interesting if your client today, Monday, April 25th, what would it be of interest to you if you could have your client come to First Centennial, lock in their interest rate before you've even got them on a contract, lock in their interest rate today for 90 days. Then what you do is you would then go out and shop with them, and they would just have to get a contract within 30 days of the closing. So that means 90 days, they're going to be locked in for 90 days. They don't even have a contract yet. That means they get 60 days to shop with you for a house and go to contract. If rates go from 5% to 6% in that 60 days, they still get the 5% interest rate that was locked in day one. Would that be of interest to you as realtors? Anybody? Melinda?
Yes, because I have 2 now that is working on a mortgage, and I'm still looking for a home for them.
Okay. Again, if we all agree that interest rates are going to rise, then what we all need to do is take advantage of what's called the lock and shop program. Lock them in before you even take them out shopping. Get them pre-approved, lock in the interest rate. It used to be you had to wait till you had a purchase contract. So they like you, they want you to go and show them these dream homes. And then it takes them 30 days before they find the home, go to contract, they get outbid, they have to go look at a second home, a third home, and you're still not locking in the interest rates. Rates are rising while they're doing all this. What we're saying is there's a lock and shop program where you can lock in the interest rate. I'm back to the agenda, where you can lock in today's interest rate for 90 days without a purchase contract. That's a big advantage to you as a realtor. The fully executed purchase contract must be executed at least 30 days prior to the expiration date. Okay, so you got 90 days. That means 60 days of shopping going to contract. Then we've got to, pick up the ball with you, and in 30 days get them to closing. The loan must close on or before that expiration date, on or before the 90th day. And then if they need a one-time 30-day extension for whatever reason, They cannot close by the 90th day. We can get them a 30-day one-time extension. There'll be an extension fee on the rate lock. And then, so now you're really out 120 days and still keeping the interest rate of 5% if rates are going up to 6 and 7%. That's a benefit to you. And then if needed, like I said, they get a one-time 30-day extension. But if the loan does not close at the end of that extension period, at the end of 120 days, they don't close, the loan will then be relocked at what's called worst case pricing. What's worse, 5% or 7%? 7. They're going to get relocked at the worst interest rate. So let's go back and be positive. You as realtors now have a program that you can advertise that says, lock in your interest rate, then let's go shopping for that dream home of yours. In fact, I've done, and I'll send this out to everybody that's online, I did a sample ad for Facebook that looks something like this. Are you prepared for rising interest rates? Lock in today's interest rate before they go higher, and then go shopping for your dream home with your realtor. No need to have a home under contract before locking in today's rates. First, get pre-approved for a home loan, then lock in today's interest rates for up to 90 days, and then go shopping for your dream home. Gain the comfort that interest rates won't increase while you are shopping. To get started, click this link. And again, one of the things that we do here at First Centennial is that we believe that almost all of your Facebook posts need to have a landing page. So if someone says, hey, I'd like to take advantage of that, Melinda, I'd like to know more about it. You say, well, to get started, click this link. And so what they do is they click this link, and it's going to take them to a landing page that looks like this. Special lock and shop loan program. It's easy to get started. Your realtor will find you the home that's just right for you. First, lock in today's interest rates before you start shopping. To get started, fill in your information. They click the submit button. Who does the email, who does the phone number go to? The realtor. You happens to also go to your loan officer, such as Tanya or to Tony. But this is a wonderful way to capture people that are interested in what you say on Facebook. So again, going back to my agenda here. Any questions on the lock and shop program? And Melinda, is this something that you think that your clients, not only now, but 3 months, 6 months from now, if rates are going to continue to increase, don't you think this is something that they would love to hear from you, that you can lock your team? Your team consists of your attorneys, your mortgage people, your fix-up people, you as the realtor. Don't you think they would love to hear that your team has the ability to lock them in while they're shopping for a home?
Yeah, that would be fun. Right
Yep.
now, but there is no home available anyways, too.
Well, correct. And at least if they're in the marketplace, it gives them 60 days to go off and find that house in the marketplace. So get them pre-approved, get them locked in, and then go shopping with them for the next 60 days to find that home. Okay, let's move on. Number 5, participate in our hybrid closings for faster closings. Again, by Paula, Melinda, how many of you are interested in long closings, sitting at the title company for a couple of hours?
Not really.
No, nobody. How would you like to reduce it from a couple hours to about 15 minutes?
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Well, here's what we have. We have what's called the hybrid closing that's now available due to technology. Your clients sign a majority of the loan documents from the comfort of their home in advance of going to the title company. So, Melinda, let's assume that I'm your client and we're supposed to meet at the title company at 11 o'clock for a closing. At midnight, First Centennial sends out all the closing documents that do not need to be notarized.
Hmm.
So think of it. How many documents are there to closing?
Oh
About
my-
like 25 of them, at least
more,
or more, at least in the lender package. How would you like that at 11 o'clock, your client shows up and of those 25 documents, 22 of them are already signed.
oh, wow.
They only have to sign the mortgage because the mortgage has to be notarized. They might have to sign the note and I think maybe a truth in lending disclosure. That's it. So the lender's package is done in 10 minutes now because your client got an email from First Centennial at midnight, such that when they open up their computer in the morning, it says, congratulations, sign your closing documents in advance of going to the title company so that you can get in and out real quick. Now, realtors, is that something that's of interest to you to have faster closings?
Yep. Yep.
Then I would suggest, once again, that you contact Tony Marino, that you contact Tanya Reyes and say, guys, I want a hybrid, it's called a hybrid closing for my clients. They in turn will make sure that the closing documents go out midnight, the day of the closing, so that your client is only signing a couple of documents at the closing. Everybody's going to be thrilled and happy about that. Any questions on that? Does that, so and again, I've got a little flyer for you. Let me see if I can bring it up here. It is. Hybrid closings. Get your clients to closing faster. Take your closings from 1 hour to 15 minutes. Hybrid closings offer an easy and convenient option to getting your clients closing done faster. With hybrid closings, your client can e-sign most of their closing documents before their closing appointment, say at 11 o'clock at the title company, which in turn makes the closing appointment much shorter, saving you precious time. What does it look like? All First Centennial mortgage borrowers have the opportunity to review their closing documents online prior to signing. Next, borrowers will e-sign most of their closing documents online the morning of the closing day. So again, I can get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and I can e-sign all my closing documents, knowing that I got to meet Melinda at the title company at 11 a.m. Third, the borrowers will attend their scheduled closing appointment, say at 11 a.m., to sign only a few documents in person that need to be signed in front of a notary. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Melinda, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Any questions on hybrid closings? Okay. Let's go back to the, go ahead. You have a question, Melinda?
Yeah, I like this hybrid closing because most of the closing that we have, we still have to go to the title company now,
Still have to go to the title company because.
Will you be sending these copies to us? The hybrid closing, all of this that you're showing? The
yes.
copy?
Yes, you'll be getting, I'll be sending you the agenda and all the handouts. So like this hybrid closing flyer, Melinda, you will get it.
Okay.
I'll be sending it out to Paula and to everybody that's online here.
And just to interject once again, this has been Jorge, Rob, and Donna. I noticed that you've joined us, but you're still muted. If you have any questions, please press that little mute or the microphone button on the very bottom of the left side of your screen and just unmute yourself. There's like a little microphone with an X across it.
Yep.
And you just go ahead and get that off of there and you can join the discussion.
Glenn, although I'm not a realtor, I am at the front desk here. So if you sent those to me, I can print some out and have some of the flyers here in the office.
Absolutely, Paula. I've got your email and I'll make sure that everything that you see on the screen today is also sent to your attention.
Okay, thank you so much.
I just think, Paula, that, these realtors are very busy and they're running around, but what they need to do is take 10 minutes of time to realize, hey, I can lock in today's interest rates with a lock and shop program before my client even goes out shopping with me, which my client's going to be thrilled that they have a team member like that. And secondly, they're going to go, oh my God, you have closings that take 15 minutes instead of an hour. Tell me more about that. And then when you guys have these flyers and you can hand them out to them, they realize the morning of my closing, I'm just sitting in the comfort of my home with a cup of coffee, signing all the documents that don't need a notary. And then they're just showing up at the title company strictly because they have to witness, called the title company closer. She'll witness, she'll notarize, and your closing goes so much faster.
Sounds like it would.
Cool. Let's go on then. If there's no other questions on those two, let's go back to the agenda. And number 4, receive access to the FCMexpress. It's a mobile application that allows the realtor to share the app immediately with the client and get started on their path toward being pre-approved. It gives clients a great mortgage calculator, and it gives clients the ability to upload their loan documents using their cell phone camera. Okay, here's my point for the realtors. How many realtors, when you get a client that says, oh, Melinda, please take me out, Rob, please take me out. I'm looking for single family, a $300,000 home. And of course, what does the realtor say? You need to get pre-approved first. And what do you guys do? You end up giving them the name of your loan officer, the cell phone number, their email. And let's just say that you're giving it to Tanya Reyes. And Tanya is on the phone helping out, another client, being very diligent to making sure the person understands what they're entering into. And so Tanya doesn't answer her phone. And so a couple hours goes by, and finally Tanya realizes that there's a message left for her. And so she picks up the phone, she calls back to the client, and the client is out to lunch. The client is on a phone doing what they're supposed to do, working. And so Tanya leaves a message. So there's this back and forth, and they haven't connected yet. We've got somebody that wants to go out looking for a home that needs to get pre-approved. My point here is, why don't you as realtors give them immediate satisfaction? Why don't you give them the ability to immediately start getting themselves pre-approved without even have to call the loan officer? Well, how can they do that? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate how to download this app called the FCMexpress app by going to your Play Store or to your App Store. So let me see if you guys can see this, because I've synced up my phone. FCMexpress can be found at your Play Store if you've got an Android, at the App Store if you have an iPhone. So let's just see what I've got here. Okay. So I have FCMexpress already downloaded, but if I wanted to go find it, I would just go to my Play Store. I would then type in FCMexpress. And does everybody see the maroon flag FCMexpress?
Yeah.
That's how hard it is to download it. So now let's make the wild assumption that you've downloaded it. Okay, on your phone, you're going to have this little maroon. And again, can everybody see my screen and can see this?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you have the FCMexpress. When you tap it, it's going to come up Tony Marino, or it's going to come up Tanya Reyes. And I'm going to give you also their links such that you can open it up and it'll go, you'll pick either, if you're working with Tony, it'll say Tony. If you're working with Tanya, it'll say Tanya. And you have 2 links. One says share this app, the other says apply now. Well, on a realtor's phone, you're not going to hit apply now because you're not applying for a mortgage. Although if you are, feel free to hit apply now and we'll get you pre-approved. But there's only 2 things that someone can do once you have downloaded. You're either sharing this app, which you as a realtor, you want to share the app. You're talking to Glen Marino. Glen Marino is interested in buying a home. He wants a $300,000 home in a particular neighborhood. And you say, get pre-approved. Instead of saying, call Tony, call Tanya, and waiting for Tony or Tanya to receive that phone call and call them back, all you have to do is hit share this app. When you hit share this app, it says, who are you sharing this with? Well, it's the name, the email, and the phone number. So your client, by now, whoever it is that you want to go shopping with for a house, you know their name, Glen Marino, you know my email, you know my phone number. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hit send. With that, Glenn will receive a text message that says, this is the link to get started on pre-approval. They'll click it, they'll download, and then they will end up doing what we just talked about. They will then hit apply now, which again, I'm not going to click it, but that's, I mean, you've instantaneously, by clicking share this app, putting in your client's name, phone number, and email, you've immediately given them the ability. They're excited. They want to go forward. They want to lock in an interest rate today, such that for the next 60 days, they can go shopping with you. So here's how you get pre-approved. Boom. With this, once they finish the pre-approval application on their phone, they're in a, Tony will get it, Tanya will get it, and they will immediately say, hey, Glenn, I see that you just filled out this application for Melinda. I'm going to work on it this afternoon. I'll have your pre-approval for you by 5 o'clock. Great. Of course, Tanya and Tony are going to say, and would you also like to, do you believe interest rates might go up if the Federal Reserve is going to increase rates 6 more times this year? And the customer will most likely say, yeah, I think rates are going to go up. Would you like to lock in today's rates before they go up? Well, absolutely. How do I do that? We have a lock and shop program. Okay, sounds pretty good to me. So one other thing, and does this make any sense to the realtors? You're out now shopping with your customer, and you've gone to the MLS, and you might have even printed some stuff from the MLS of houses. They're looking in the $300,000 range, and you've got some homes at 325 and 315 and 295, and you're going to be running around with them. And isn't it a common question of your client, Melinda, what will my mortgage payment be on this $300,000 home? And you go, I haven't got a clue. I'm not a mortgage person. You say, let's call Tony. Let's call Tanya. And you got them in the car, but Tony and Tanya are not answering the phone. Why don't you go to the bottom of, see this bottom part here where it says calc? All you have to do, this is on your phone, you hit the calc button. And then do you see where it says new purchase, refinance, affordability, and saved calculations? Why don't you hit new purchase? Because you're taking them out to buy a new home. And depending upon your client, a lot of times what we do, if they're only putting a minimum payment down, we'll go FHA. If it's a second time buyer, like they're doing a move up, we'll go conventional because they've got more than 3.5% to put down. Is there a question? No. So I'm going to just hit, they're going to look to buy an FHA. The sales price, let's make the sales price $300,000. Which then the down payment becomes $10,500. And we can talk in another class about do the realtors on this line know about down payment assistance from the state of Illinois up to $10,000? Rob, do you know about it? Melinda, do you know about it? This $10,000 that's available. It's actually $6,700 and $10,000.
$6,500, the first time home buyers.
Yep, 10,000. Well, it doesn't have to be first-time home buyers only. It can be existing.
Oh, yeah?
If you're an existing, if you're an existing homeowner, also you can get 6,000 grant, 7,500 zero interest loan with no repayment until you sell the house, or you can get $10,000 zero interest loan, but you got to pay $83.33 a month in principal only. So
Glenn,
yes.
I want to stop you real quick. So there is a conversation going on in the chat being typed as well. I just wanted to bring that to your attention because Donna Ward has never heard of the IDA.
Okay. Well, let's finish with this example on the FCMexpress, and then I'll transition over to the IDA program, because that's important for realtors to know. You need to know that your clients, two things keep people from being able to buy a home today. Their credit score isn't good enough, or they don't have the necessary funds for down payment and closing costs. The state of Illinois, and we do it every single week, every single month, we're doing down payment assistance for people in Illinois. And a lot of them are taking advantage of the $10,000 program. So we'll talk about that in a second. So again, I'm on your phone because you downloaded the FCMexpress, and you've got them in the back seat of your car, and you're driving them around to 5 different properties. And I'm one of the guys in the back seat. I'm your client, and I say, Melinda, what is my mortgage payment going to be at this house that you're showing us? And Melinda says, you know what? I shared with you, I gave you the FCMexpress app. While I'm driving, I'd like to keep my hands on the wheel. Would you mind bringing up the FCMexpress app on your phone, Glenn? And I go, sure. And you go at the bottom of the phone, there's a calc button. We're going to go look at a house for $300,000. The down payment is $10,500. We're going to do a 30-year mortgage. The interest rate is not 3%. Tanya, what's the interest rates for 30-year FHA? Just approximately. 5%?
Approximately 5%.
Okay, so let's go with 5%. And the taxes, let's say the taxes are going to be 2% of the purchase price. 2% of 300,000 is $6,000. Okay, and then the insurance, homeowners insurance. That could be $1,200. So let's just change this to $1,200. If it was a townhouse or a condo, do you see where it says monthly HOA? And it's the state of Illinois. The county is Kane, but you could pick any county you want. Let's say we're in DuPage. There's DuPage. Okay, and then hit calculate. And it comes back with, and boy, is Melinda's clients happy. They're sitting in the back seat. Melinda's driving them over to one of the 5 beautiful homes that she's going to show them today. And they go, oh, Melinda, it's only $2,385. And it includes the private mortgage insurance because they're only putting 3.5% down. So look at it, how the breakdown is. It says the principal and interest is $1,581. It says the taxes are $500 a month. It says the homeowners is $100 a month. It says the private mortgage insurance is $203.89. So it says the grand total is $2,385. Melinda, Rob, Jorge, would that be a benefit to you if your client could calculate the mortgage payment while you're driving them around?
Yes. Yes. I don't have to do much work.
Absolutely. This way you don't have to say, well, hang on, let's get a hold of Tony. Hang on, let's get a hold of Tanya. You know, this way you look like you've got all the technology tools to help them. It does come with an amortization schedule. So if somebody said, oh, I want to see the amortization schedule, you could, click on that, and it's going to show how it breaks each of the payments down between principal and interest and what the remaining balance would be, year by year. So it's really a great little tool. Again, if all of a sudden the next house you're going to go to is not 300,000 but 325,000, put that into the calculator. Or if you have to use an escalation clause because they really want to win this house. So you're going to put in that it's not 300 but 335,000 because you can put an escalation clause in their offer. See what that means as far as a mortgage payment. They say, you know what? We can afford it. You know what? That's within our budget. Go ahead and use the escalation clause because we want to win this house. You guys need to have the tools to do that. Okay. Any question on FCMexpress, how to download it from the Play Store, the App Store?
I got
Once
one
you
more
have
thing,
it,
Glenn.
pardon?
I got one thing to add to the FCM Express. So
Please
with the
do.
FCM Express, once you guys download it, we will make you partners on the FCM Express. So when you do send it to a client, you will also get email updates. It'll say the client downloaded the app, they started the application, they finished the application. So you will get updates also on that.
I gotta believe if I was a realtor, I would love to know that my client is taking action, that my client is moving forward. So again, you guys will get a copy of the this agenda. There's also this Melinda, this is also another handout that I'll be sending out to everybody so that it reminds you, go get the FCMexpress app. I'll have the QR code on the agenda. I'll have the link on the agenda that you guys can just click on it. If you don't want to necessarily go through your Play Store or your App Store, you can just click on it and it'll bring you to a screen where you can just get the FCMexpress downloaded onto your phone. Super beneficial. Let's get it. Let's use technology. Let's get our clients to take action. Don't let there be hours that have been wasted between you as the realtor and the loan officer, waiting for the loan officer to make contact with your client. Go direct to the client and tell them, here's the app, start on it. Remember, there's only 2 buttons, share the app or start an application. Your client doesn't want to share, you want to share. Your client wants to start an app, you don't want to start an app, but you want to know that they started an app, and FCMexpress will give you email notifications. Really cool. Any questions on this? Okay, go back to the agenda. Next, grow your business by giving real rewards to policemen, firemen, teachers, military, doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Anybody know teachers? Anybody know policemen? I don't know about you guys, but every time I pass a policeman, I always say thank you for your service. Whenever, anybody ever gets sick and go to the doctor's office, I always tell the doctors, I got a program that if you ever decide to purchase or refinance, I can give you benefits. So it's a program and it's free to you guys. That's the amazing thing. It's free. You guys don't have to do anything other than say, I want it. I want to be a part of it. Once you get inside the club, once you get inside the police station, the fire station, how do you get a hold of military? Tanya, what do? You go to VFW hall meetings all the time, every month. Go to VFW halls. Doctors, many of you realtors have children that are in school. And what do they have? They have teachers. Teachers love rewards. They love to have $7,500 in national merchant discount coupons that you as realtors can give them. That you can have your team, your team will pay for their appraisal, which is upwards of $500. Your team will get them a discount on title charges. Your team will get them a discount with some attorneys that are participating in the program for closing fees. So it's a reward, and we'll talk about it we'll see the flyer. Let's go back, let's go take a look at the flyer. Here's the flyer. And again, it's serving your community matters. It's military, teachers, police, firemen, doctors, nurses, and EMTs. When buying or selling or refinancing a home, closing costs can add up. But to assist, our real estate and lending referral partners offer their services at a discount. What do we ask of you as realtors? You can do zero. You can do nothing, but I'm going to say most of the realtors at least give anywhere from, this one is one for 10% of the realtor's commission is given back as a rebate check. You cut a check back to the policeman, to the military person, to the teacher. Some of them do up to 25%, but whatever you do, it's got to be consistent. You can't say, well, this policeman gets 10 and the next guy gets 25. It's whatever you think is fair, and it's what you want to give back for them being first responders and serving your community. So your serving your community does matter. If it matters to you, give them back some percentage of your commission on their transaction. Some very, very, very few realtors are doing zero, but you can. So let's just assume that you're one of those that feels that first responders, these people that have been serving our community, serving our country, they deserve at least something. So you're going to give them 10%. So 10% is given back by you after closing as a rewards check. Whenever one of these 6 people buy or sell a home with participating referral partners. When buying a home with our referral partners, the mortgage lender pays for the appraisal. There's $500. They receive a discount on title closing fees. That's another $300. The attorney, if they're participating in the program, they usually give about $100. And then when they're selling their home, same thing. They'll receive a discount on the title fees from the participating title companies. And last but not least, they get $7,500 in discount coupons from national merchants. What does that mean? What does that mean? When you go over here to, let's take a look at what this flyer is. Again, we'll be sending this out to everyone. The flyer says that you're going to get $7,500 in savings. Thanks for serving our community. And it says that you're going to get $7,500 from Target, Costco, Sears, Sam's Club, Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, there's 50 different national merchants here, and the coupons are good for 5 years. So it's not like, oh my God, I got to go out in 1 year and I got to get, I got to take advantage of these $7,500 coupons. The coupons are good for 5 years. So again, I've gone out to many of them. Tanya goes out every month to VFW halls. I've got, the bottom line is Ben Rosales will prepare for you a plastic stand, and he'll give you all the digital copies you need to print extras as you go to and drop them off. So I'm about to show you this plastic stand that I've put into the Naperville police station and into firehouses, and it's so easy then for me to go back with a box of donuts and say, I'm just checking to see if I need to refill the flyers. If there's, or can I make, a presentation at a roll call meeting? Because again, not everybody's there all the time, but if, once a quarter, I show up at the police station and the captain says I can make a presentation for 5 minutes, I'm all in favor of that. Go out to your police stations, go to your fire stations, go to your schools. Even if your kids don't go to school there, if they're in your neighborhood, let them know that you got rewards for the teachers. So this is an example of what the stand looks like. Compliments of Ben Rosales. See down here, he tells them that, there's $7,500 in after closing benefits, those national merchant discount coupons. And then between the 10% of the realtor's commission being given back, plus the $500 in appraisal, the $300 in title charges, you got about another $2,000 there added to the 75. You got $9,500 in savings. It says, take a flyer and learn what you've already earned. These are sitting in the police station. Some of them put them by their lockers. Some put them out in the lobby. And then you got the flyer. Every one of you who wants to be in the program, like that person down there in the lower right corner, that's a picture. Well, that's Joe Comperta. He's with HomeSmart, and he's co-branded with Tanya. So, I mean, they go out, they can, Tanya would go out with you to police stations, to fire stations, to VFW halls, to schools. So this is not like you've got to go on your own. You're a team. Go out together. Shout it. It doesn't cost the teachers, the policemen, the firemen a penny. It's you're telling them, I got benefits for you because I love you. You did you served our country. You served our community. Can I give back to you, please? It can't get any easier. So, and then we have a little trifold here. You put in your business cards, whatever you want, and you drop them off. And then my opinion is quarterly, you go back. This isn't a once and done thing. It's a relationship. They hire new policemen every day. You know, they hire new teachers every day. Once a quarter, ask them, would you like me to make a presentation? Although I'm here to, you know, just fill up, you make sure that these flyers are all full. So, you know, typically there's around 10 to 15 of them in there. And once a quarter, you go back to see if you need to replenish them. Any questions on this? Isn't this something that's kind of exciting? To me, I get excited over it because I love being able to give something for free, you know, to people who have done so much for our communities and our country. Is this something that you guys as realtors, is this something that, you know, you guys can get excited about, knowing that it doesn't cost you as a realtor to participate in the program, but all you got to do is take out these plastic stands that Ben puts together for you initially, and he gives you the digital copy of all this to print additional flyers and brochures. And by the way, what's stapled behind the flyer is the $7,500 worth of national merchant discount coupons. You know, the Costco's, the Targets, the Bed Bath and Beyond, so they know who they can go out and visit to take advantage. Any questions on this? Okay. Let's go back to the agenda. That was number 3. Number 2, receive access to our marketing training system called the Realtor Internet Marketing Academy. Well, it's got probably about 14 or 15 recorded classes in there now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to gmarino.valuedlender.com. Again, you'll get a copy of this agenda so you know the link. And you're going to click on recorded realtor marketing classes. And if you like any of them, you click it and it plays for an hour to 2 hours, depending on the class. How do you get started if you like them? You open up a free agent marketing account by clicking open a free agent marketing account. Pretty easy. So let's see what that really means in the real world. So if we go back to here it is. So this is the gmarino.valuedlender.com site. Sorry, I clicked on something. Here's the gmarino.valuedlender site. And it said, where are all the recorded classes? Right here, recorded realtor marketing classes. You click on it, and class number 1 is a killer listing presentation. Class number 2 is how to do a business plan and the killer listing presentation. Because again, if you're a realtor, you want to be able to win. If somebody's looking to sell their home and you're going to compete against another realtor to win that listing, learn how to get a killer listing presentation using the agent marketing software. I'm not going to go through all these, but just some of the highlights. Some of the classes that I really like are how to win every expired listing. Class 2A, how to win every expired listing with only 5 minutes of your time each morning. That's if you take on a virtual assistant. Agent marketing for $35 a month will become your own virtual assistant. They will create property websites for you. They will post your property websites into Facebook, into Twitter, into Instagram. They will help you build your own personal website for free. They do a lot, but I'm just saying you could go after expired listings in the MLS. And this class shows you how to spend no more than 5 minutes each morning prospecting and getting those expireds, getting them into the hands of your virtual assistant, and they'll do the rest. Another class I like is how to win every for sale by owner, because everybody thinks today that they can sell their home without a realtor because it's so, seller friendly. My thinking is when they get tired of being a FSBO, why don't you be the logical person? And you're going to see in this class how to win every for sale by owner. Again, class 3A is how to win every for sale by owner, spending no more than 5 minutes in the morning using a virtual assistant that you get from Agent Marketing. Another one I really like is how to post your listings into 7 of the busiest social media sites. And again, they continue. This one's also number 5, how to create a free dynamic personal website. A lot of you have or do not have a personal website. And if you have a personal website, it's costing you so much money per month. This is free, doesn't cost you anything. And so within an hour's time, if you watch the class, and again, I'm available. If you want to fill up my calendar, you can. You can always ask for my assistance. Watch the class, try it. If you get stuck, you can call me, you can text me, you can email me, and I would be more than happy to help get you over the hump and get you a completed personal website or help you with marketing to FSBOs or expireds along the way. So again, we've got some Facebook class in here, number 7A, how to get seller and buyer leads using Facebook posts, ads, and landing pages. I show you how to create free landing pages. Like I mentioned to you at the beginning of this class, I did a Facebook post with a link to a landing page. Because again, I don't want people just to read my Facebook post. I want them to try and get a hold of me. Give me your name, give me your phone number, give me your email. I want to talk to you. If you like what you saw, if you like what you read, let's talk. Let's get some contact information. So again, there's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 down here is again, serving your community matters strategy. If you want to learn more about it, you can. There's a really cool appraisal gap strategy one here. So there's, and again, for realtors, ladies, gentlemen, if you guys want to put on, if you have a database of clients or prospects and you want to put on a home buyer workshop of how to, how to take advantage of how to become a home buyer, how to take advantage of down payment assistance, this would be a logical lead into that IDA program. The home buyer workshop, you can be the host. We'll do it on Zoom. You will send out an invitation to your database of clients, your prospects. I'll put the presentation on. It's something like 35 PowerPoint slides that we go through. And at the end, they're pretty anxious to become homeowners when they see that they can buy a home for as little as 1% of the purchase price. So on a $300,000 home, they need to have at least 1% or $3,000, because we're going to get them as a team. The realtor and the loan officer are going to get them $10,000 from the state of Illinois. Okay, so again, you got all these workshops that you can go to. And how do you get started? You click on the one here, open up a free agent marketing account, and you're going to slide down here where it says create an account, and you're going to follow the prompts after you hit create an account. Pretty doggone easy. Any questions on, gaining access to it? I mean, just know the link, gmarino.valuedlender.com.
Glenn,
Yes.
I used to be a member of the Glen Marino team, but mine expired. So how did I go back? They might not accept me again.
What I'll do is I'll just make note of it, Melinda, and I'll go back. We just have to go back to agent marketing and tell them to activate your account.
Oh, just go back. Okay, sure.
Yeah, they're just going to want to know that because we're the sponsor of it. They're just going to want to know that the sponsor is saying react. The good thing is, Melinda, anything you had in there, like I think you had a personal website in there, none of that disappears. It's kind of like they freeze it. They don't let you gain access to it because it's been dormant for so long. But once I activate it again, all of whatever you've created in there is still in there.
Would you do that for me?
Absolutely, I'll do that today.
And would that synchronize with the one that I have with the office, with HomeSmart?
I don't know if it's going to sit. I don't know what you have with HomeSmart. That's
ours is not really that great, and I'm not too happy about it.
Well, that's why I say I'm going to come back and do some more presentations to HomeSmart, one of which is how to build a personal website, because
Yeah,
it is really dynamic. I mean, it is chock full of great stuff.
yeah,
and-
because ours is very limited, you know. I mean,
This is going
when
to
you
have
look
both
at
buyer
it,
and
it's not
sell.
really presentable at all.
Well,
So-
let's get your personal website going again, because it does sync with the MLS. So
Yeah.
when you put
Mhm.
you put your listings into the MLS, it'll automatically pull them up into your free agent marketing account.
Mhm.
So and then that'll be a tab on your personal website that says My Listings, which is really cool.
Now, can you put the listings of the office there? Our listing, yeah.
The answer to that is, some, and I don't know about, Dan Bowden in the office. It depends. Paula might be able to find out for you. It depends on whether all the listings from the office are available through an HTTP, in other words, a link. If they are available through a link, we can then upload, because some offices have that and some offices do not. I'm talking other offices other than HomeSmart. Some of them have the ability. So in other words, those realtors have two tabs on their personal website. These are my listings, which are your listings in the MLS. And the other tab says other listings.
Yeah.
And the other listings are all the listings within the office. But I need an HTTPS. I need a link. So why don't you talk with Paula, and they in turn talk with Dan Bowden, and see if there is a link that opens up to all the other listings in the office. Okay.
Paula is in there.
Yes,
Paula is listening.
I have never used a link or seen such a link, so that does not mean it doesn't exist. But we will look into it.
Sure. Okay, so let's go back to the agenda. We have one more item and then I can let you run. Last but not least, you'll receive an invite every Tuesday. If you're not getting our invite to the agent mastermind classes, not agent marketing, agent mastermind classes, you see it right here in the agenda.
Every Tuesday.
It's industry leaders share strategies and technologies on how to grow the realtor's business. It's not for loan officers, it's for realtors. Check out the past recorded classes. Again, I'll send out this agenda, but here is the replay, and you need a password. It's called Agents Rock. Say that again. Maybe it wasn't a question.
One other thing too is that on every Monday, the Agent Mastermind class is posted on your HomeSmart. It's posted on the HomeSmart Facebook page.
Okay, that would be great. It's posted there, but if you want to get a personal invite every week, by all means, send it into Ben, send it into Tony, send it into Tanya. Tony's email is t.marino@gofcm.com. Let me just show you real briefly. I'll let you run. Some of the past classes have been.
Tapon mo na. Itapon ko na.
Yeah, you get some may mga mascots.
Melinda, can you
I think you guys
Melinda,
need to mute
can
yourself.
you mute yourself?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so let's go over here to the replay. So when you go to the link, you're going to get the last 8 classes. This one talks about how realtors are using TikTok, how to win the listing. This is by a realtor that is knocking it out of the park on listings. A deep dive into some tool system strategies and technology. The MLS search has made it to television. How to utilize Meetup. Talk to 5 times more people in 1 hour than most do in 5 hours. That's using the phone burner system. No inventory, no problem. Greg has cracked the code. This is how a realtor is saying even though there's limited inventory, he's knocking it out of the park, and he's going to tell you what his strategy is as to how he's cracking the code. How to get REO listings in 2022. So again, every Tuesday, the last 8 classes are in the replay. So if you happen to see when Ben posts to your Facebook business page for HomeSmart that the class is going to be on Tuesday, always Tuesday at 11 a.m. But if you have a client meeting, if you have something, you got to go to a closing, just let Ben know. Let me know, let Tony know, let Tanya know, and we'll send you out the recording. They're all recorded, and you'll have access to not only the latest one, but the previous 8 also. So let's conclude with today. You've learned a lot about lock and shop. You've learned a lot about the hybrid closings, which again, if I was a realtor, I'd be loving the lock and shop. I'd be loving the hybrid closings. I do not want to sit at the closing for an hour when you can reduce it to 15 minutes. I'd love to have FCMexpress to get my clients started on an app, share the app with them, get notifications that they're taking action and moving forward. And at the same time, being able to calculate a mortgage payment, they can do it from the back seat while I drive them around. I'd love to participate in the Serving Your Community Matters. And I've got Tanya and Tony to, they'll go out with me, the police stations, fire stations, the teachers, etc. I've got 14 or 15 recorded classes that I can sit there, and I can also then ask Glenn to help me if I get stuck on any of the classes. And last but not least, for free, participate in the Agent Mastermind classes, because they're only designed to help realtors, not loan officers, realtors grow their business. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for today. We'll be back next month if Paula so desires, and we'll give you some more tools and strategies to help grow your business. Any questions before I go? We do have some chat comments in here. Oh, Donna, we didn't give her the Ida. Let me just real quickly show. I do have Ida up. Here's the Ida program. Let me come back to it. All right, Ida. Ida, there's 3 different programs. There's the $6,000 program, which is a grant. Let's back up. They only need 2 green lights to participate in it. So it's from the state of Illinois. We've been doing this now for 10 years. And it has been a godsend for people to be able to have down payment assistance where they didn't think they would be able to buy a home. The average person is spending, $1,500 on rent and a security deposit. They have $3,000, first month's rent and security deposit, sitting in the bank. If they've got $3,000, then they can be looking at a $300,000 home, provided their income supports it. They need two green lights. 1, they need to have at least a 640 or better credit score. Okay? And the second thing is they need to make less than $109,200 in income. I know a lot of people who make less than $109,000, and I think you realtors also know a lot of people who make less than $109,000. So if they make less than 109 and they have a credit score of 640 or better, green light, they're in. Okay, now when we start looking at getting them pre-approved, the last criteria is their debt, their monthly debts, which includes the housing payment, the minimum payment on credit cards, their monthly payment on student loans, cannot be more than 45% of their gross income. Okay, so we know those 3 things. 640 or better credit score, make less than 109,000. Their debt to income can't be greater than 45%. So then they can get either $6,000 in a grant, which, Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this has now been, the program allows them to, it's forgivable now over 5 years.
No, that one's gone.
Okay, So this is still then the 10-year forgivable. So if you stay in the house, 1/10 of this $6,000 will be forgiven every year. If for some reason you only stay in the house for say 6 years, you sell the house. Your balance has gone from $6,000, it's down to $2,000. When you sell the house, the state of Illinois your attorney will ask for payoff letters from the first mortgage lender and from the state of Illinois, and your $2,000 balance will be paid out of sales proceeds. So again, you're not going to be paying anything on the $6,000 grant on a monthly basis. Kind of great. Second is, I call it the crazy great program. It's $7,500. It's a zero interest loan. And there's no monthly payments for 30 years or when they sell the house. So let's break that down again. I get $7,500. My realtor and loan officer team gets me $7,500. I'm not going to see it in my monthly payment. I have to pay any interest on it. And if I stay in the house for 15, 20 years, when I sell the house, I have to pay back to the state of Illinois only $7,500. There's no interest on it. Where was this program when I wanted to buy a house? This is great. It's a crazy great program. Give me $7,500. I'll give it back to you in 20 years when I sell the house. Couldn't ask for a better program. Last but not least, and it's the one that I probably use the most, it's the $10,000 down payment assistance program. Again, I got a 640 or better credit score. I make less than $109,000. And by the way, the borrower must make less than $109,000. So let's use an example. If the husband makes $100,000 and the wife makes $70,000, the household makes $170,000, correct? However, they still are eligible if the borrower is only the husband or the wife. Say the husband becomes the borrower and he makes $100,000. The wife can still be on title. So husband and wife can own the house. The borrower is the husband. He makes 100. It's less than 109,000. So they are still eligible for a $10,000 or a $7,500 or a $6,000 down payment assistance. So what are the terms of the 10,000? You get the 10,000. It's a zero interest loan, just like the 7,500 was. However, it's a repayable 10,000 over 10 years. 10 years is 120 months. Divide 120 into $10,000, you get $83.33 a month. So when Tanya or Tony are pre-approving someone who wants the 10,000, they put in a second mortgage payment of $83.33, and they make sure that the debt income ratio is under 45%. Great program. We get more people in. I'll do more on this. I've got a worksheet that shows them how they can buy a house for as little as 1% of the purchase price. But I've kept you guys for an hour, and I said it was going to be a half hour. So I'll stop here. I will send out the this IDA program for the realtors that are not aware of it. I will send out what's called the 3 buckets of cash, so you can see how it's used and that people can actually buy a home for as little as 1% of the purchase price. Donna and others, do you have any questions on this before we go?
Donna had already left. She had to go.
Okay. We'll then conclude here. Everybody's been great. Let me just once again check the chat box. Thanks, Donna. Thanks for everything. Have a great week. Got to run. Appointment soon. Take care. Thanks for attending. Sorry you have to go to an appointment.
Great presentation.
Well, thank you.
I hope to see you again.
You will. They bring me out of retirement whenever they need me.
Oh, okay.
Is your name attached to the applicant you send the link to? Do you have any email or documents I can use to send my clients email regarding the lock and shop program? I think Tony will send, for Donna, will send her the lock and shop flyer.
Yes.
And I'm going to send it to everyone. But I think when I send out all this stuff, Tony, I'll let them know that they can have it co-branded if they want with the loan officer and with their picture so that, they can send it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would
No
be fine.
questions, no questions. Good morning. All right. We've covered all the comments in the chat box. Thank you so much for attending today. By all means, get a hold of Tony at tmarino@gofcm.com or Tanya at t.reyes@gofcm.com. Ben can also be contacted at b.rosales@gofcm.com. And by all means, we're here to help you guys grow your business. Thanks for attending today. You've been great. Have a great day.
Thank you.